Hello everyone, and welcome to Saving Feyce, a Craftic Studios D&D 5e campaign. Things to note as you join us on this adventure. First, this is a heavily homebrewed campaign where we'll bend the rules to suit our story. If it makes a good story, the rule goes out the window. All players are using either homebrew or community-created races, classes, or both, and we'll be revealing those as they're revealed over the course of the story, so as to avoid spoiling anything. We'll be using safety tools at the table. These will be present in the use of safety cards and extensive communications behind the scenes. Our goal is to make our players and our table as safe as possible. So if we suddenly cut stream, please don't be alarmed. We're working things out and we'll be back shortly. Oh yeah, and we swear. A lot. In the beginning was the age of darkness, and then the age of men, and then the age of fire. According to the calendar of the Magisterium d'Orleans, the year is 2167 in the Fourth Age, here on the planet known as Etta. I would warn all who travel these shores. Not everything is as it seems. I am Justin McGregor, your host and DM. Welcome to Saving Feyce. Going around the table, we have...
my name is Liz, and I will be playing Aoife, your Swamp Witch Warlock, for the evening.
My name is Kayla. I will be playing your half-elf paladin, Diana, this evening.
Might help if I wasn't muted. I'm Meg, and I will be playing our Pact of the Apparition Warlock, Marcella.
Hi, it's Nikki. I'll be playing Nia, your Siren Bard.
So, obviously, there's someone missing from the table. I will just say that while Abe is not in session tonight, he's still in the game. We are working out character details behind the scenes, and we'll let y'all know what's going to happen at the appropriate time. Usual start of show notes. As always, want to thank Gabe James Games for the class modifier module used to create every character. Would like to thank Chris Sergi, our resident composer, whose heartbreaking work you heard right before the start of show. Also, this month, we are raising money for RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network. It is the largest anti-sexual violence organization in the country. It operates and created the National Sexual Assault Hotline in partnership with more than 1,000 local sexual assault services providers around the country. They also carry out programs to prevent sexual violence, help survivors, and ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice. This is obviously something that means a lot to us, for us to bring it to you. We will be raising money all quarter this time, not just the month. And I'm sure you will see the Tiltify link in the doobly-doo. I'm not actually in chat, so. We haven't formally announced all of the perks. However, I know that there will be a dice giveaway. And for the first time ever, we have a corporate sponsor. Our good friends at Field Notes have provided a adventure pack, which is 2 of their DM notebooks as well as 2 of their player journals, and some other sundries. You can check them out at Field Notes brand on Twitter or fieldnotes.com. And that giveaway will be at the $300 donation level. We do have some stretch goals after that, but more to come. And so we're obviously down a player this week. For reasons, both Liz and Kayla are exempt from giving the recap, which leaves us Marcella and Nia. In the time-honored tradition, that's okay.
Fine.
No, it's cool.
In the time-honored tradition of Saving Face, we will deal with this the way we deal with all one-on-one conflict. We will arm wrestle. Best 2 out of 3 opposed strength. The loser gives the recap.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we're both terrible.
We're both really bad at strength.
I have no modifier for this.
I have a -1.
Oh,
so-
gee.
Well, that's a good start. That was an
a
18.
3. Hey, that's one for you.
How many are we going for?
That's out of 3.
Best of 3.
Okay.
Arm wrestle in Marge's memory.
That was a 15.
13. I
Oh,
think
that
that's
falls to Nia.
that.
Yep.
Thank God. I got real tired of doing the recap the week after I was exempt from doing the recap.
No, I got you.
Plus, I didn't want to do this one.
It's fine. So, we got ready for a party, and it was great. We had a wonderful time. Nia took Aoife out on a magic carpet ride, showed her the world a little bit. It was wonderful. Then we went to this really pretty party. We were all dressed up. Aoife was the belle of the ball with Petrus. They were looking cute. We were proud of them. While that was happening, Marcella and Marge were off to the side. Marcella ends up getting intercepted by her boo, Chauncey. And while they're talking in an interdimensional plane, Nia gets approached by a guy that she does not know and slaps him and runs away with Diana. We see the what is the Lunomic? Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You see the Lunomic, Oberon, sparkly pink dragon in human form.
Oh,
And there's there was the goddess of fate. Is that who she was? Who was there?
Yes,
I
very
can't-
nice.
Veronestra?
Lunestra. Thank you.
Veronestra.
Veronestra. Sorry.
Could not remember the names, but I remember their faces. Anyway, they were there. I remember faces. Party's getting a little topsy-turvy as drama is happening behind the scenes, both with Diana and Nia and with Marcella and Chauncey having conversations. Eventually, though, they go to enjoy a dance. Aoife and Petrus are having a wonderful time. Diana goes to speak with a man in a purple robe who looks like a summer Eladrin. But when that guy turns around, it ain't him. It ain't him, sis. And he starts attacking. And that is the first of our casualties as a Petrus moves Aoife out of the way, and we start combat. I'm not going to go through combat. Nia shoots her shot with Oberon. It was great. That's the only thing I remember from that.
Pretty much the only important part of combat.
There were hold on, yeah, that was after all of the Eladrins have been dropped. The goddess of fate just simply says to us before dropping into an interdimensional hole, "Run," and they all explode, doing several points of fire damage. It hurts. This is after March has fallen prone, and our bear-shaped friend does not get up. Oberon breaks a crown in front of Aoife, handing her half with several diamonds attached to it, and the Lord Fey of the Hunt leaves, and that is where we are right now.
And so, as we closed the session last time, everyone in the room could see beams of blue light shooting up toward the ceiling. And you watch for a moment as your bear-shaped friend lies there. And you see the light go out of his eyes. There's a hush in the room. I need to know where everyone is.
As soon as Marcella would have seen this, she would have just run over to Marge and just dropped down at his side. And anybody nearby her would hear her with her hands on his now lightless body going, "Please, not again. Please don't do this to me."
Nia would turn to make sure that Aoife was okay, or at least not grievously wounded.
And Aoife would be... I imagine doing the whole going to Petrus and kneeling down and pulling his body up and just losing it.
After seeing both Petrus and Marge down, Diana would head straight for Saoirse.
Okay. She's there, doing her best to attend to some of the wounded bystanders. But she will stand when you approach. Yes, child.
You know far more than I do about this universe. You jump between planes. Tell me, how do I bring back a Warforged? How do I turn him back on?
Honestly, child, it depends on how bad the damage is. That's outside my area of expertise. I know what they are. I know they are somehow alive as the rest of us. But healing for them doesn't work the same way. You probably noticed above the city, there's a airship. Go there. Ask for the Battlemaster. Hilmer Grimble. Let me try it again. Hilmer Grimble. He's probably your best bet.
And he can reset Marge?
If there's anyone who knows how it can be done, it will be him.
And what do we do about the boy?
Again, child, I'm not a cleric. But there are there are people with magics.
His father works in the inner workings of the Fey Court. You should know anything.
I know a great many things, child. But among the things I know are what is beyond my power. Find a cleric for the boy. Take Oberon's gift. Anyone of sufficient power, maybe even someone at his school, will know what to do.
You know I cannot care for him, but my friends do.
I understand. Believe me, I can see it. And if it were in my power to fix this, I would. I would fix all of this.
I know.
At the end of the day, I can make all of the accords I want to. But I can't force them to follow.
That's pretty obvious. Speaking of unfollowed accords,
Yes,
if you have contact with Landris,
I do.
can you tell him I need to see him, sir?
He'll be overjoyed to hear it.
I think it's almost time.
Good.
And I return back to the party
Okay.
surrounding Marge. Kind of in the middle between Petrus and Marge.
You're there for a moment, and you all hear the sounds of wounded around you. Y'all aren't the only ones crying. You aren't the only ones to have lost people. There's still more noise coming from the courtyard, from the giant double doors you walked out of. They're wide open now, and you can hear a crowd outside, and people calling for order, people calling for medics, people calling for clerics. In walks a lone figure, dressed from head to toe in black formal wear. Across his back is strung the strangest looking lute you have ever seen. From what you can tell from what's sticking out, it's lavender at one end with a sharp point, and an open V-shaped design at the bottom. He's a very tall, half-elf man, black hair pulled back in a ribbon. And the sockets of his eyes are blacked out as if he has runny mascara. And from those blacked out sockets are bright silver eyes. Well, damn, that was a nice party while it lasted. He goes to step off the dais and starts attending to the wounded. It's only a matter of time before he makes his way over to Aoife. And he'll kneel down opposite you so that he can look into your eyes.
Can you help him?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see him. Lay him down. And he'll take Petrus's body from you. And he'll lay him down. He's already gone. I'm sorry.
Oberon gave me diamonds.
Diamonds. Let me see.
She literally just throws the half of the crown at him.
Yeah. He'll pick it up and look at it and turn it over. Apart from the obvious, does this piece mean anything to you? Okay. He reaches down into his pack. There's a pouch at his belt and pulls out this strange metal tube that he sets down. When he sets it down, little feet come out the bottom. He goes digging again, reaches, and now he's got a ball in his hand. He starts screwing it on the top and then sets the crown down in it. He makes a motion like someone warming their hands at a fire. and there's a purple pulse. And at first, nothing seems to happen. And then the crown just melts. He takes his hand back, cups the bowl, and tilts the diamonds, now free of the gold, out onto the floor. He picks up 2 of the larger ones, holds them in his hand, sets them down with his hands on Petrus's chest. He starts speaking in a language you don't know. It's clearly some sort of incantation. And as you watch, the metal that is piercing Petrus starts to float out of his body, and the wounds heal up behind it. You see wound after wound close, and then there's a breath, and his eyes pop open wide, and you feel a moment of blind panic. Fear like nothing you have ever known. And then he looks at you, and there is sweet, sweet relief. He sits up, grabs you, pulls you into his arm and holds you. Thank all the gods and all the heavens you're still alive.
Me? You're the one who died.
No. I'm here. I'm just so glad. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, God, I thought we lost you.
No. No. Please tell me. And he kind of comes to his senses, and he takes you by the shoulders and holds you back and starts looking at you. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Were you hurt?
No. I am okay.
Okay. Thank God. Thank God.
I look to the stranger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's literally my job. Leon Lightfoot, by the way. You have a hand.
She shakes his hand. I'm so grateful you were here. Thank you.
Of course. Like I said, it was a good party until. I'm friends with the orchestra conductor. I was thinking about setting in the second set. Truly, though, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he'll get up and start moving around the room trying to find other people.
Before you go,
Yes?
can you heal a Warforged?
No. I know somebody, but no. If they responded to normal magics, maybe. But resurrecting a Warforged, not something I can do.
Is your friend happen to be local? By chance?
No, I'm sorry. Festa Flottant.
All right. Thank you.
Could probably get you transport back.
I don't think that'll be necessary, but I appreciate what you've done.
As you will. He'll go on about his business.
Wait, Mr. Lightfoot.
Yes.
At least help us get him onto this so we can transport him. And Nia pulls out the flying carpet and lays it out next to Marge's body. Please.
Of course. Leon would walk over, take March by the feet. Sebastian, get his hands.
Marcella would panic.
And
She hasn't been paying attention.
Marcella.
So someone is trying to take Marge, and she is panicking.
Marcella. This nice gentleman is going to.
Your audio cut out.
Why is my audio cutting out?
I don't know.
It's because I'm speaking softly. Marcella, this gentleman is going to help us get Marge out of here, and we will deal with this. I promise.
But they can't. He has to get up, Nia.
He's just resting for now.
I shouldn't
He's
have
heavy.
left him. Can't do this again. Not again.
Do I have the spell? I do. Marcella, darling, you are no help to me as you are. And Nia's gonna cast Calm Emotions on Marcella. You can make a save if you like, or you can willingly fail it. It is a Wisdom save. 16. And literally Nia is just going to calm you.
I'm not even going to make the save.
It's a charisma saving.
Then I definitely won't make that save for you. She'll just let that happen, especially if you are trying to console her, because your girl's not okay.
Once he's certain that you aren't about to launch yourself across the fallen Warforged, Leon and his unseen servant will lift Marge and set him on the carpet. Is there anything else I can do for any of you? Anything at all?
Got spare healing. Some of us are a little low.
Oh, of course. He reaches behind himself and plucks a low E on that oddly shaped lute on his back, and begins a prayer of healing. Or not prayer. What am I doing? Cure wounds. Do I have enough dice for this? Do I have enough dice for this? Who all needs healing?
Pretty sure.
Oh, actually, no. Aoife, you're at full.
Oh, okay.
Oberon saw to that before he left.
Got it.
Who's down?
Not down.
Yeah.
That's looking
Low.
real bad.
Okay.
Look a little rough.
Marcella, take 69. Nice.
Nice.
And Diana, take 85. Anyone else?
Shoot. Try that again, Nikki.
I'm going to get rid of that, and hopefully my audio will be better. I don't know why it keeps cutting out like that.
Good.
I'm sorry.
All right. So once everybody's healed up, Leon will make his way around the edge of the ballroom, seeing to who he can. I feel, point of order, I should probably explain something. Leon was Marge's parting gift. Abe spent his plot point to have Leon appear. as he's making his way around the room, Leon stops by to see Aoife and Petrus one last time and says, it's probably fair to warn y'all. That spell comes with some side effects. So, Aoife, would you like to explain the complication of this plot point?
I would love to. The complication of Petrus being returned to us is now Petrus and Aoife are connected. They can feel each other's emotions, and they will be taking damage. So if one of them takes damage, the other one will take half. So that is our. Good night, Ollie.
Night, Ollie. Night, Ollie.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, I love you.
Night. Love to Ollie.
No. He already picked his favorite person. I didn't want to interrupt Liz. I'm sorry. Close the door behind you. Marcella, you won the Ollie inspiration for whatever it is worth.
Oh,
It's worth another D20 roll as far as I'm concerned.
Sweet. I never win the Ollie inspiration.
For your reaction to Marge, you deserved it.
Sorry,
So-
I'm fine.
are you though?
Guess we'll find out.
And it's worth saying as Leon leaves, Aoife, the confusion you're feeling is not all yours.
Yeah.
By the way, love it. Very good. Love the complication. This is great. No bad things will happen with this.
No bad things can possibly happen with this
Whatsoever.
complication.
This is
Whatsoever.
This is the beginning of a very fun one shot, and I'm very excited.
The DM wouldn't let us just have the dog, so now we get the pair.
I think you mean the Petrus
No, that's his name now.
And Lucy.
pair.
And, yes, well, I still want to see who's going to explain this to the dog.
Not
We're making
it.
Petrus do it.
Fair.
I'm just glad we don't have to bring a dead Petrus to Lucy. That would have
Yeah,
hurt
that-
more.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
cat.
even I wouldn't do that to y'all.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have Marge loaded up. We have Petrus more or less mobile. The carpet starts to rise. Marcella, you can no longer be bent over him. It'd just be impractical.
By the way, that spell calm emotion only lasts for a minute. So by the time Leon is gone and by the time the carpet begins to rise, you no longer feel like your emotions are being suppressed, and you definitely know I cast a spell on you.
Honestly, she wouldn't say shit about it because she understood where it was coming from. But at this point, I don't think she would have moved from where she was. At this point, I think the calm emotions just kind of made her a little comatose.
Okay.
Is
So
there
you're.
any- Is
Go
there any
ahead.
champagne rounds left? Or just all wrecked?
There seems to be one strangely intact bar.
I grab enough for one, for myself, for Marcella, for Nia, for Aoife, for Petrus.
Okay. So
We
I
just
need a status
down 'em.
check. Yep.
Basically,
you're-
just grab a bottle and we'll pass it around. It'll
Yep.
be
Basically,
fine.
yeah.
you're fine. All right. So am I taking it then that you are all gathered around where Marge is?
Yes.
Okay. Marcella, you take your drink. You pass it to the side. And you're passing it to your right. And on your left, you feel a sudden weight on your shoulder that shouldn't be there.
shoulder.
The weight on your shoulder. Producer. Yep. Is a small blue fairy.
Sorry, what?
Well, I guess this is fucking awkward. I guess it's nice to meet you all face to face finally.
Marcella screams. And she does that panicked, like, kind of like shoving herself to the side.
Except he's on your shoulder, so it's not like you're going anywhere.
No, but it probably would have jostled him off of her shoulder.
Take flight. Marcella, it's me. Calm down.
What are you talking about?
There's only two kinds of people who stand alone in this world.
What?
Kinda.
I do not understand. Do the rest of us see this?
I see a small blue fairy.
Okay. So I'm not just seeing things. All right.
I don't.
We're having a moment. You can
don't
excuse
understand.
yourself.
Say, Petrus would lean into Aoife, unless this is one of the complications and we're just imagining all of this.
I am starting to think that is probably not out of the realm of possibility.
Ladies, my kind is not welcome in the world.
Oh.
Marge is how I got around safely.
You've been in there the whole time, and you never told me? Oh, what a fool I am. I knew there was something different about you. What Warforged needs to sleep?
I don't believe you.
Yeah, neither do I.
No,
Why don't you believe me, Mouse?
because you're a tiny blue God knows what. And our friend is a Warforged.
And currently unresponsive, and we need to get him some attention. So,
I feel like you're lying to us to swindle us out of something.
I would
could have
fly
attended
closer
this
to
party.
Diana and tap the bag on her hip. Sugar stars.
What?
Sugar stars. Your favorite treat. You offered them to me every time you got a new sack.
That's where the extras went. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
They're quite tasty.
oh.
And you did offer.
Okay. So, what's your name?
That is not a question you ask.
What
Betty.
name would you like us to go? What name would you like us to call you? Would you like to continue as Marge?
You can call me Frostbite.
Okay.
okay.
And
Wonderful.
Diana's face just loses all of its color as things start to click into place.
About this time, Saoirse wanders by. Oh, Frostbite, I didn't know you were here. It's good to see you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You knew him?
Of course I know him. What are you doing here? No one's
Hiding.
seen you.
And I plan to keep it that way, Saoirse, if you don't mind.
Fine. If you were anyone else. She just shakes her head and keeps walking.
I suddenly have so many questions.
What is going on here?
Can we not ask them here in public?
Lord, no. Let's.
I don't understand.
Well, we have good news. We have private rooms we can go to and not be here right now and have these conversations that desperately need to be had.
Yes.
And we can grab a few bottles on our way out.
Yes,
Oh,
please do.
Okay.
Are you following us?
I would rather go unseen.
Fine.
The summer court does have a bounty on my kind.
Do
Nia
you want to get back
touches
in
him,
March?
like pushes him, makes him invisible. Come on. I'm tired. I'm angry. And I have more questions. Sorry, just...
You hear a voice behind you. I promise you, you are not the only one.
Oh, do we all hear that voice?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Oh, at that, Marcella's head just snaps up and just like,
You see a middle-aged tiefling man. His clothes burnt and torn.
Okay.
Bleeding from his leg, from his side, from one of his arms. His eye is swollen shut. Over one shoulder, in a fireman's carry, he has a black hooded figure draped across. And he's dragging two more by the collar with his other hand. He unceremoniously drops one to the floor. And its hood falls back. It is a winter Eladrin with black metal tendrils coming from its eyes. He looks at Marcella. Summer child, I am glad beyond words that you are still here. But please, for the love of all that is good in this universe, next time I tell you to run, don't stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who the hell are you?
Marcella, do you know him?
yes, I do. And I'm glad to see you're okay, although you look to be worse for wear than I was. And I don't even What is happening?
Chauncey would hand you would offer you a hand up off the floor.
She takes it.
Okay. Not all at once now. I think I heard questions.
Oh, goodness. We're about to go to our little rooms and discuss some things. You can throw your bodies on top of the carpet if you like. Since we're all just doing things. Oh, my God. Can I have more of the drink, please?
I need significantly more. Is anybody else going to pop out of anywhere at this point?
Marcella
Anyone
looks
else
at
joining us?
Chauncey and just asks, should I make the introductions or will you handle that?
That's fine.
Can we do this in a room?
I think this one might be important. I'm assuming Petrus is still with us.
Liver?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Petrus is still there.
Petrus
Well, no,
is there
that's-
with eyes the size of saucers. Because he knows who this is.
Oh, good.
Well, at least I don't have to explain this to this one. I would like you to meet Shazgaroth, Moonclan Amon.
Wait.
Gesundheit 1. 2.
Yes, bless you indeed.
You all can call me Chauncey. It's much easier.
I
Appreciated.
look at Petrus. The same?
I've only seen pictures. How the hell do I know?
Does
It
he look
looks
the
like him.
same?
Yes, it looks like him. You jackass, you showed up here.
I'm glad dying didn't,
Unfortunately,
dissuade your
Petrus, not for
personality at all.
you.
Oh, God, doesn't that figure?
Yes, Meg. Feed the fan fiction.
You hear a voice out of the nowhere. Hey, Chauncey.
What?
Oh, I made the small
Around.
blue thing invisible. It's following us. It doesn't want to be seen.
I have a name.
Yes, I
It's
know. And I know what I
Frostbite.
called you.
Frostbite? Where the? Son, where are you?
Oh,
He would fly closer and like poke Chauncey's shoulder. that Mia made me invisible.
Oh, God.
Hell, you know my name.
Well, I would say it's good to see you, boy, but, well, I can't.
I have got 4 more questions that I've gotten answers to, and they keep piling up. So, before the next 15 minutes runs out, can we leave?
Very important question. Do you still have that flask on you?
I do indeed, son child. And he reaches back at
She
you.
just
He
holds up
reaches
her
back
hand
and
like,
yes.
can I please? Oh, and she just knocks it back.
Marcella smells smoky and peaty all of a sudden.
Diana, were there any more bottles behind the bar?
Yeah. Hey, Nia, do you have that bag of yours handy?
Oh,
Aoife just walks around behind the bar, and nobody would have noticed
where do you
this.
think I got
She
the
has
carpet from?
pockets on her dress, and she just starts pulling bottles and sliding the bottles into her pockets.
I think Marcella would have like pat down the side of her dress and then realized her collar's gone. And just immediately, I don't suppose in that bag you have anything.
Nia literally pulls out like, oh, here we go. Pulls out a scarf and just says, here you go.
Thank you. And she drapes it down the front of her.
Well then, son, child, I trust you will be okay with your companions, but I cannot join you. Saoirse, I'm here, dear.
Everyone knows everyone.
I will see you again soon. He walks over, opens a hole in reality, allows the dragon through, and follows.
Oh, that's what that looks like.
He's really good
Okay.
in that trick.
He drags the bodies with him through the hole as well. He doesn't leave them around.
No, he just leaves them there.
Cool.
I don't want these. I'm leaving them.
No, we want one, at least.
We need to understand what's going on here.
We could take it. We could take it to the druids of the Five Spires.
Frostbite?
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to learn anything from the druid?
Quite a bit.
Okay, I think it's safe to leave these here then.
This is different than the last one. This is an Eladrin.
which are Fey,
Yes.
tainted by cold iron.
Yes. We have seen now both summer and winter Eladrins.
The hag.
The hag, the druid,
The
or
dryad.
the dryad in the ruins.
Take at least one back. The Five Spire.
This one's smaller than Marge.
Well, that's also very true.
Diana,
Mm-hmm.
the next time you go to take a drink, you notice something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You check yourself over quickly. The stars are gone. Odds are, if you looked in a mirror, your freckles would be back. You all see her change back into Diana, standing in the middle of this room. That belongs to the Baron that is hunting her.
They went into a dimensional portal, though.
They did.
So
We need
But-
to go.
we need to go.
We need to go now.
To go.
If we're taking one, can we help? I would like some assistance in putting it onto the carpet with not Marcel, excuse me, Marge.
I just heave it as much as I can.
And we're walking.
And
And we're walking.
Hastily.
Yes. So you walk out into the night. It's just as clear as you remember. Beautiful stars overhead. Pale rings. Half moon hanging in the sky. Nia,
Yes.
that man is out in the courtyard. And he watches you the whole time. And you hear a ping in your brain just as you're about to walk out. Adelaide, I'm sorry.
Can I reply to this message?
You can.
What is the name of the place that we're staying at?
The hotel?
Mm-hmm.
The Hotel Inverness.
Thank you. If you're truly sorry about what you've done and wish to make amends, meet me here in an hour once you've had your affairs taken care of. It's been a night, but I assume you have questions, as do I.
I'll see you in an hour.
Dang.
So, you start to make your way back. It's not a long walk. You're maybe 100 yards out of the courtyard when a mist starts to swirl around you. You're in a harbor city. It's a fog. It's not that uncommon. But Lyra does take care of her own. You make it back to the hotel without incident. Go back up to your suites. They're exactly as you left them 3.5 hours before. The detritus of getting ready for a party still strewn all over the room.
Start pulling the bottles out of my pockets. Passing them to everybody.
He just flings off the mask and goes to wash her face and then reapply makeup because I've got a date.
Apparently.
Anna immediately changes out of the dress back into her usual clothes that she can move in comfortably.
There a balcony in the rooms.
There is.
Marcella just goes and sits on the balcony.
Frostbite would follow. Still invisible?
It lasts an hour until I end it.
Yeah.
Or until you attack. No, actually, until I attack or dispel it or whatever. You are invisible.
We're inside. Can you drop this now?
I don't know yet if I really want to see your face at the moment.
Damn.
Rough.
I'm still processing things.
Aoife, as you're pulling bottles out, handing them around, you go to hand one to Petrus. He holds up a staying hand. You feel concern, a little bit of confusion, and something a lot like butterflies. These rooms were to be quarters private for you. Don't feel obligated if you'd rather have time with your friends.
No, you are very much a part of this now. And yeah, we need you here.
As you wish, my lady.
We can stop with that. There's no my lady here. Whew. Gosh.
So you say.
Does Petrus also get
Would he get her embarrassment?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I love this. Oh my god, it's so good.
You know, I think that's where we're going to break.
Just them being awkward.
Just them being super awkward.
The pierogi lives.
And feeling each other's awkwardness. Let's be clear about this.
Yep. Super feeling each other's awkwardness. That is a thing.
Pierogi lives.
All right, friends. Chat, thanks. Hang around, and we will see you in 15 minutes. Love you guys. So apparently y'all didn't hear any of that. Just as well.
It's all good.
Fine.
You didn't miss anything. No worries.
No worries. No talk.
And we're moving, and we're moving.
And everybody has a bottle. It's great.
It's great. Yep. right.
I still have Chauncey's flask, don't I?
You do.
Okay, cool.
You'll be coming for that at some point.
Oh, I'm sure.
My
I could have just
phrasing
said
card.
he better, but you know.
He'll use the flask as an excuse anyway. So we're going to leave the, saying this again for the benefit of chat, we are going to leave the awkwardness that is Petrus and Aoife for a moment. And tell you what, let's join some potential other awkwardness. I believe that Marcella had stepped out onto the balcony.
She did.
You're high up enough that you're above the fog. And so everything below you is shrouded. You sort of get the effect of standing above the clouds. Clear sky above. Everything glows a pale blue. What you doing out there?
Drinking. She is probably leaning against the railing, just kind of staring out into what is now the misty abyss, trying to comprehend what just happened. and deal with some things that just drug up for her.
Frostbite, where are you?
Harassing Nia to get her to drop the spell so I can be seen.
That's not a nice way to ask for anything, dear.
Will you please drop the spell?
There we go. But that's so hard. Gee. You are invisible now.
Thank you.
And with your newfound visibility,
Going out there to talk to Marcella.
explain your entrance for me.
I'm assuming the door is open.
I would think, yeah.
So
No?
Frostbite's
Nope, she
No.
would have closed it behind her. She needed a minute.
Can somebody open the door? Please, thank you.
How you going? Just
I'm dying.
open the door.
Gosh.
As soon as that's closed, it back.
Thanks, Marshmallow.
Oh, Jesus.
And he would flutter out to the railing and stop and turn and look up and go, "Are you okay, Marcella?"
This is the second time you've asked me this question, and I have no idea how to answer that.
I'm sorry. I didn't plan on having to introduce myself in such a manner.
No, it's not. It's not that. That. For lack of a better way to put this, hit a little too close to home for me. I've already told you that I couldn't save him. And I lost him because I left him. It's twice now that I've left for one reason or another for a brief period of time. And I've come back to find people that I care very deeply about. Gone from my life, or in this case, temporarily so, but
I'm here. It was a suit so that I could get around and not have to go, "Will somebody open the door?" or be hunted by both the summer and the winter courts.
I know that. But we did technically lose Petrus too. I mean, he's fine now, obviously. Well, maybe. I don't know.
He'll have a wicked scar to brag about to the future lovers.
She just kind of chuckles and just kind of looks down at you and goes, "Well, you know, maybe won't have to explain it to the new one."
It's between them. They are cute together, though.
Yes, they are, aren't they? And she takes the flask that she is still holding, and again just takes a drink from the flask. This was all far too similar to that night, though. And I know you're still here, but even just standing here, anytime I close my eyes, I see Marge or you. Then it turns to my father, and
Neither of these were your fault.
But I left.
People do that. But you come back. Even if you wouldn't have left, I imagine that suit would have been ruined anyway. But it can be fixed. I am going to have to find a whole bunch of wood to do it, though.
But on the other hand, if I hadn't have left, there's a chance you wouldn't have had to fix it in the first place.
And if frogs had wings, they wouldn't bump their ass when they jumped. We can play this game all night long, Marcella. It's not your fault. It's whoever is sending these corrupt fucking Fey into the world.
And so, Diana, where are you right now?
Trying to not be in anyone's way. As Aoife and Petrus are having their little chat, Nia's getting ready for God knows what. I'm just hanging out.
Fair enough. And Nia. Like clockwork, there's a knock on the door.
That happened very fast.
Nia goes over to Diana. Nia looks... It's hard to describe. She looks both resolved and tired and anxious. But she looks up at you and she touches your shoulder. And this is my last spell slot, or at least my last spell slot that I can cast a spell at. And Diana, you are invisible. Keep a distance. Stay quiet. And Nia opens the door.
It is exactly who you expect. His deep green eyes are almost boring into you. The mask, of course, is gone. It's the face you remember, or more to the point, don't exactly remember.
It's like an itch in the back of her mind. It's frustrating.
Yeah. It calls to you, as does something else. So, are you pretending not to remember me? Or do you really not?
Let's have this conversation outside. I have companions, and I would rather they not. They've had a rough night. They need rest.
Whatever you say, Adelaide. He offers you his arm.
She takes it.
He will lead you downstairs and out into the misty night.
The hotel has automatic closing doors. Very slowly just shuts behind me.
Which direction does the balcony face?
It would face
Like the front of the building or the back of the building?
front of the building, and the building faces west. Faces west. You're
So
talking to
Marcella and Frostbite would see her walking out.
No, there's fog.
Oh,
Misty Abyss.
okay.
He said it was enough to shroud what was below the balcony.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Just saying. I don't want to know what Nia's about to do. It's fine.
Neither does Nia.
So, if you're not going by Adelaide, what should I call you?
I go by Nia now.
It's a pretty name. How'd you come up with it?
Oh, you know, just sort of came to me when I needed it most. Now, this might sound very strange, but I don't remember you. That's not a slight on you. That's just some things have happened and unfortunate events. But you seem to know who I am.
I do.
So it would be very kind of you to illuminate some pieces of me that I'm missing.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, I remember you one way, but if you're Nia now, who even knows if what I remember is really you? I remember you as Adelaide. I remember you as coming from across the sea. I remember years of us together. But of course, I should have told you about her. I should have told you I was married. But it was just so easy between us. I'm sorry, but I thought we could talk it out. You just disappeared. I sent the city guard looking for you. Months and months we searched. No one had seen you. No one knew where you went. Eventually, of course, my wife started asking questions about where all the money was going. And I had to stop. But I never forgot.
No, I'm hard to forget. At least that's what I'm told.
You are at that.
Why lie? Why do that to me or your wife?
So it was easier. Honestly. Look, let's get it off the streets. I know a little place just right up here. We can have this conversation not so out in the open. Maybe our apartment will bring back memories.
It'll be unfortunate if I can't even call you by the correct name.
Elliot, dear.
And your wife?
Alyssa.
Oh, I don't care about her.
Oh,
I only care that what she might think of you if she were to find out about us.
you wouldn't.
Oh, no, of course not. I have more important things to do than to worry about your marital affairs.
You say that like you weren't my marital affair.
It's so good to see you again and to remember. Your apartment, you say?
Ours, yes. I kept it. Reminds me of you.
Then help me to remember more things. Please.
It's not far. It's a very nice little building. There's a cafe downstairs. Even in the fog, there are people outside eating. It's strange that you left this party and the violence and the bloodshed. But here, mile and a half away, life just goes on. You see couples outside laughing, drinking, having dinner. He leads you up an outside staircase just beside the cafe. There's a little foyer at the top of the stairs. 4 apartments. He unlocks one and leads you inside. All light blue walls, low oak furniture. Like so many things you've seen in your short time in Balmoral, it's a bit of a kitschy ocean theme. There's a little statue on one of the bookshelves. White marble. An ocean wave rising up. And to meet it is one of your sisters, carved in all her glory. And we can just leave you two there for a while.
Yes.
3.
Sorry, Diana. You're about to see
Some things.
bad.
It's fine. I already know.
I know.
I've seen some shit. You're good.
So, let's cut back to the rest of the party. How's
You need to
everybody
make a
doing?
roll.
Yes, please.
I'm very tempted to not make the roll, just so you know, but might as well.
You can always make the choice.
He
To
lives.
fail. Oh.
Oh.
He lives.
Isn't he lucky?
Well, he's going to have to explain that to his wife. So,
Yeah. Aoife? Marge? Marcel?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Frostbite.
frostbite.
And I have to get out of that habit. Where are we?
That now.
I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, what'd y'all do with his body? Where is he right now?
It's still on the carpet, and it would have been put into whatever room that he
He was in
had.
before? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, he's lying in state in one of the suites. Got it.
Because I think what we figured out, either on camera or off camera, was that he had his own room. And I think Nia and Marcella were bunked together, and Aoife and Diana were bunked together, at least from my understanding.
Yeah, I think
Listening back, so-
that's how I seem to remember it.
The Eladrin body is in that closet of that room.
Stuff the dead Fey elf in the closet. Got it.
Seems legit.
Yeah, as you would.
As one does, indeed.
I'm not gonna ask the kitchen if we can store it in their fridge.
Do we have
That
to
might-
keep that thing where I'm sleeping?
Just throw a blanket over it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Mhm.
Are we just spending the night drinking our trauma away?
Marcella's been doing that for the last 10 years.
Oh. Oh, my heart.
Yeah, congrats. That's why she lied about her favorite drink during Tooth or Truth.
So, any business we want to get up to while we're here, or are we just...
I had assumed that the thought was to come back and have conversations, but it seems that everyone wants to have conversations around us.
No, Marcella would have come back in. She just needed a minute.
That's okay.
She just needed a minute.
It's pretty understandable. It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, down to companions. Are we conversing or are we going to bed?
I would vote conversing.
As you will.
Catch people up later.
So I would imagine then when Marcella comes back in, when Frostbite comes back in, Aoife is well into a bottle of whatever and is gesticulating wildly, going on about, and then you died. And I completely lost my mind. And I don't know. I honestly don't remember what happened after that. And then someone
Strange, neither
showed
do
up
I.
and started talking to Marcella, and then there was a fairy, and I don't. What is happening?
I believe a Fey prince also gave you half his crown.
King. Obi's a king.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Did you just
Hold on.
call him Obi?
And
Excuse me.
And Justin's description said he may be a prince of the Fae. But in appearance, he is a king. So he is not a king. He is, in fact, a prince.
He's a daddy.
Can we just call him by his real name, Daddy?
Oh,
No, ooh, I'm
no,
uncomfy.
thank you.
I'm uncomfy.
Nope.
No, thank you.
I can't imagine why, summer child.
Bye, it was
But I
fun.
haven't used.
It's the first time I've had to do that on Face, so that's cool. And excuse me, chat likes to think he's a daddy. I have
there
not
we go.
said that word once.
Nope.
You have
I-
done.
I am a perpetual yikes card.
That's fair.
I do believe you're missing the part where Lord Oberon gave you half his crown to resurrect your
I'm
boyfriend.
Petrus turns bright red.
Eva literally just starts laughing so hard that she's hyperventilating. Like,
Breathe,
can
breathe, breathe.
Calm down. Sorry, wasn't sure where we were we were at with that.
Oh gosh, goodness. Yeah. Okay. So, I reach down into my pocket and pull out the remaining 11 diamonds. I didn't forget anything. Trust me, I was very much there for the whole.
Oh, I
The
just
whole
meant
part.
more explanation.
Yeah. Well.
Lord knows why I remember that.
Put the diamonds back in my pocket. So, can you? Who is Chauncey? Is that his name?
Yes. Well.
It's his advisor.
Is he your
I
boyfriend?
wish.
I'm not sure.
And if it's not something that you want to speak about, that's, we all have our secrets. I get it. So,
No, it's just hard to explain, though I think now may be, well, let's be real, it's not the best time to explain it, but she unwraps the scarf from her neck. Has to do with this.
I'm sorry. I'm not understanding. Is he your tattoo artist?
No, like I said, it's a bit hard to explain. Okay, well, let's just rip the bandage off and then I will backtrack and explain a little further. I don't actually sleep. I actually visit the ethereal plane. Right, like I said.
All right.
I met Chauncey there. Actually, the night that we lost Petrus.
You.
Okay. I think it's best explained this way. Follow me. And she goes back out onto the balcony.
I follow.
Justin, for all intents and purposes, she's letting her guard down.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at Aoife and says, you may want to cover your ears. And she throws out a hand.
Mm-hmm.
And what Aoife would attribute to almost like a banshee wail comes out of her. And she casts Eldritch Blast.
You need to make me a roll.
Well, that's why I said she let her guard down. Do you want me to roll the effect at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
No. That's the only way to really explain this to you. Oh no, 79? Yup.
Oh no.
This is gonna be good.
You see Marcella turn ghostly white. Her hair, her skin, her eyes. She starts to give off a mist as cold as the fog beneath you. I need you to make me a con save, please, Aoife. Yes, you. Marcella, what's your spell save DC, please?
That is a 13.
Okay, that's what you're trying to beat.
Oh no, that's a 7.
Wasn't
To be
expecting
fair,
to roll
I've been
that.
drinking, so makes
Oh.
sense. Yeah.
I am so sorry.
The cold literally bites you. 3 points of damage.
And this is literally the face she's making at you. Like, she kind of pulls her hand back in and looks at you and just looks incredibly concerned. It is just like, I'm so sorry.
No, it's
You'll be that way for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping not to roll that high on the table.
I don't quite understand, but
Aoife, you hear a voice you haven't heard in a long, long time. In fact, the last time you heard it, you were lying on your back, underwater, looking up at the moon. You may not understand, child, but I do. Kill that thing before it gets out. And then the voice is gone.
Is he your patron?
She isn't quite like your patron.
Starting to wonder about mine.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure if mine didn't need me, I would have been dead years ago.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
It wouldn't be right not to. I made a really poor deal about 10 years ago. We were on an assignment, me and my father, and I went in the opposite direction of him, and I swear it was for no more than 5 minutes, but when I came back, he was on the floor and in worse shape than I have ever seen him before. And she came to me and promised me that she could bring him back. And I believed her. And I don't have him, and I've been stuck with her ever since.
I am sorry. That is a terrible thing to have to experience. And I think everyone like us, we have a reason. Everyone has a reason for taking the power when it's offered to them. Your reason, at least, was just and good. I admire you for that.
Still wish I could take it back.
Do you think you'd be the same person?
I don't know.
Wow.
Though, I think I might drink particularly less.
For what it's worth, I quite like you the way you are. And I would be sad if you were not you. I'm glad to know you as you are. Now, we're all a little bit broken. Some of us are a lot broken. But I think we are best together.
It's almost like with you all, I found a few pieces that were missing. And I apologize for being so stubborn and standoffish, but I'm used to having to try to protect people from myself.
I don't think that protecting others is something you need to apologize for. But it is cold out here. So
that's my fault.
Well, let's get back inside.
I may have to rejoin you in a few minutes. The effect varies.
Okay.
So,
Aoife, as you're walking back in the door, you hear the voice again.
Oh gosh.
She would know all about missing pieces. It's why I'm missing so many of mine.
what the fuck has her patron not done? Jesus Christ.
I've got this answer.
Oh.
Intimidated frostbite.
Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Oh God. Okay.
Make a note real quick. Please continue.
Yay.
I mean,
Once
hey,
for
you picked
5
the
minutes.
patron.
once her 5 minutes is up, Marcella would rejoin them. She just doesn't want to hurt anybody else with the cold damage there.
Yep. Petrus is sitting there having finished his bottle and gone for another one. Expecting or trying very hard not to look at frostbite for some reason.
Look, man, nobody's gonna judge you.
There has been the whole time you were out there, Eva. You were so in the moment and aware of your own that what was coming off of Petrus was background noise. But once you're out of the cold and out of the area of effect of Marcella's patron, you feel that really hot blush of embarrassment. And he looks up, and it's almost like the blush changes color.
Oh, poor baby.
He's relieved, but still just doesn't know what the hell to do with himself.
Oh.
Look at him. He's blooming.
Oh my gosh.
Does Marcella walk into the same effect of just seeing him like just kind of not sure what to do with himself?
Yes, he's obviously trying to figure out what the hell to do with his hands, which is probably why he's drinking so much.
So she looks at him and she looks at Aoife. And then she looks dead at Frostbite. What did you do?
I
Nothing.
I have a feeling that we may be rethinking some of our conversations over our cups with Marge.
Yes.
Marcella just puts her hands on her hips and looks at Frostbite and goes, "Don't lie to me. What did you do?"
I asked him a simple question and reminded him that he owed me a cup of coffee.
And what, pray tell, may that simple question have been?
Lady Marcella, please don't.
Aoife grabs.
That
You
answers
feel
that
panic.
enough for me. That answers that enough for me. She walks over and she just gets down on your level and just right on your forehead.
I would absolutely grab whatever bottle is nearest to me, take a very, very long drink, and slam it down on the table and say, I am also very curious about this question.
Look, just because I'm 8 inches tall doesn't mean you are all going to bully me. I will sick pixies on everything you love.
Oh, try me. You've seen what happens.
This threat means nothing to me. I don't know anything about pixies, so... I'm just saying, you've been sleeping in my house for the last 6-ish months, however long we've been together now, because it's been quite a time. So I'm just saying, maybe one answer to a question that's not even related to, oh, I don't know, absolutely everything that's happened since I found you in the swamp.
I will give you 3 answers.
I'm curious about this coffee question.
Would that be your first answer?
Yes, please.
Asked if he liked you. And he turned that color.
Mm-hmm.
Petrus takes a drink.
Marcella bumps you again.
Long drink.
You could simply have asked me that question, because at this point I can answer it for you.
He spits the drink back out.
Yeah! Splash zone, please.
You started this.
I'm
about to finish it.
I want to know what you were doing in the swamp. Why did I find you there? You should not have been there. There is no reason for me to find you where all of the lost things are found.
Trying to survive.
You should have died.
For my life.
You should have died there. Nothing survives in that part of the swamp.
I should have died before I got there. Which is how I ended up there.
And why didn't you tell me? I brought you into my home, and I trusted you with my life. And you have been lying to me every moment. Every breath that you have taken since I found you, you have lied to me. And I understand needing to keep your secrets. But I would have thought that you could have trusted me. Maybe just a little bit.
I was going to tell you the night we had a knock on the door.
You cannot blame this on Diana. That woman has her own share of issues. You cannot blame this on her.
I'm not blaming it on her. I am saying you allowed a new person into the home that we didn't know, that I didn't believe I would be able to trust.
I wouldn't have told her if that's what you would have wanted.
Honestly, I didn't want to tell any of you because I don't know how you might react. The winter court wants me. The summer court wants me.
And how does that change anything? How does that change anything? Everyone here has their secrets. Marcella has her secrets. Nia has her secrets. And, oh, gods, Diana has her secrets. We would not have turned on you. We would not have turned you in. You're family. I understand. I do. But I'm hurt.
For that, I am sorry.
Ah. Well, you're sorry.
Marcella goes and sits next to Petrus and she's got the flask out and just,
Well, I think I'm going to head to bed. It has been a night, and I am tired.
Not to cause any more strife, but or to really take sides, but I don't know that I necessarily still trust Diana.
I have said it before, and I will say it again. I would trust Diana with my life, even with her secrets. She would never betray us.
I hope you're right.
I know I'm right. Frankly, we know too much. She would be a fool to betray us. Now get out. Get out. I'm going to bed.
I'm assuming everyone does.
Yep.
Petrus too gets up, walks to the door, knowing he's been dismissed. He would stop, look back one last time. Doesn't say a word, but it doesn't stop you from hearing his voice. Aoife, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
It's nothing to be sorry for.
It almost cost you your life, Aoife.
No. It almost cost you yours. I'm just... And he can feel this just tidal wave of emotion. I'm just glad that we were able to bring you back.
He bows his head. There's a little nod. Out loud. Thank you. For everything. And he turns and closes the door behind him.
Aoife sinks to the ground and just starts crying. It's been a long day.
It has at that. And for some of our party, it's not over. Nia, Diana, the deed is done. You walk out of the apartment.
Nia makes sure that after everything is said and done, it looks like a tryst. Kiss marks all over the collar, perfume filling the air, rumpled bed sheets. Just... Yeah. Feels a little better.
As she would. So, you make your way out.
Oh, Nia also casts Disguise Self on herself before she leaves.
Fair. Strangely, that apartment door automatically closes behind you again.
Weird.
5 steps behind you, you hear another set of footprints. Stairs are creaky, and you notice it this time. You spill out onto the streets. Same couples, same drinking, same laughs. And you turn to head back toward your hotel. Do the two of you travel in silence?
Nia does. Can't hear you. Still can't hear
Still
you.
can't hear you.
I am unmuted.
There you
There you go.
go.
Nia, dear, can you make it so you can see me again? Please.
Of course.
Thank you.
And Diana, you reappear.
And I just take Nia's hand in mine and keep walking back to the hotel.
I know that doesn't explain all of it, but now you know as much as I do.
I appreciate you ending the night of drinks the way you did.
Me too, though I wish I could have shared more drinks with everybody. But I'm tired now. I want to sleep.
I'm sure the others are already resting. So let's join them.
Let's. Thank you.
Always.
And so, you make your way back in companionable silence. It's not far. Does Frostbite actually sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Anna's got words.
Oh. That face. Oh, jeez.
is that to say that she's coming for Frostbite now?
After she makes sure Nia's back in the room. If Frostbite is not in that same room, she goes knocking.
Don't let me stop you.
Frostbite would be in whichever room the door was opened for him into, be it with the robot suit or talking with Marcella.
Where would Frostbite have been? I guess is the better question.
Probably talking with you.
That's fair, because I was gonna say if Nia's coming back even late, she would notice that Marcella is still up. So
Yeah, and I was pretty blunt in my get the hell out.
Yes.
So as I escort Nia back to her room, I just eye down Frostbite.
Marcella's just filling the cap of the flask for him and just passing him the cap.
Oh my gosh.
I love that.
I could see it if there's a martini glass in the room. He would probably be lounged in the martini glass. Like one leg kicked over the side, the arm up.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I love it.
Wow.
Are you always this extra?
Yes.
Yes.
Comfortable?
After I make
Look,
sure
you
Nia's
try being
back.
8 inches tall. You sit where you can.
You can't do anything about that. You are Faye, after all.
Yes.
And
Oh, I wasn't. That was a joke. I didn't know that you can do that.
Hold on. See, flutter up and go stand in the middle of the floor and grow until he's about 6'6".
Very confused at this point if they're just walking in.
I was gonna say, if you guys, I feel like that would have been like a great moment for you guys to walk in on, just like,
Well, good
Noted
evening.
that you can open doors by yourself.
I don't like being in this form. It's uncomfortable.
Marcella gets up and just goes and stands next to you, and she probably only comes up to about chest height because she's only like 5'5". Just like, huh?
How do you think Oberon was that tall?
I don't know. I didn't know if it was proportional.
Nia, dear, I hope you get some rest.
I can't now.
Frostbite.
There's a large pixie in our room.
I'm
I
going
am
to
not a
say for
fucking
you.
pixie.
Frostbite. I need to borrow you, if you don't mind.
Is it something that can't be discussed with me or Marcella in the room?
It needs to be private. I'm
Fair
sorry.
Good night. And I guess I can explain to Marcella where I was all night. This will be
You
fine.
don't have to.
No, I should. It's fine. We're all sharing
And
secrets now.
And I may need to share a few things with
Oh.
you.
Joys, do you have more alcohol?
I think the flask is almost empty, but
I have wine.
Frostbite is going to hold a
Swing the
finger
door
up
open.
to Diana and look at Marcella and go, "May I?"
wait, say that one more time.
He's going to give Diana the finger, and he's going to look at Marcella and go, "May I?"
That's
And-
I don't
and-
control what you do.
And he would hug her and go, "I'm sorry." He would step back, bring back down, and look at Diana and go, "All right, what do you want?"
I just swing open the door. After you.
Would make sure there's nobody in the hallway.
Oh, no,
Flare
I
out.
go back into Aoife and Diana's room and out to the balcony.
I don't
Opening
think
the
Aoife
doors.
wants company.
You walk
This
by
is-
the crying Aoife, or is that-
I just
Depending on how it all overlaps, Aoife could probably just be in bed.
there will be some more platonic snuggling like there was in Tooth or Truth.
Mhm.
Just not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet. I opened the doors for Frostbite on the way there. Securely closed the balcony door behind us. Diana just completely drops any act she might have been putting on. So we have been together for almost 6 months now, March. Frostbite. Forgive me. I know the Fey customs. And I need to inform you that you are not the only Fey with my name. You are not the only Fey that I owe something to. There is another.
And it sounds like you don't follow them very closely.
In that instance, I chose not to. The risk was worth the reward. I just thought I should inform you that if the time ever comes, I am owed to him first.
Believe what you wish. The Fey courts have a pecking order.
And where does summer lie for you in that order?
Under my feet, I am winter,
I am aware.
just
They
as
made
I lie
sure.
under their feet. It's all in who you ask and which court you're in.
Bit of a gray area at this time. While they taught me all about what they could about the courts and the customs and what my father has taught me. It's complex. I will admit, and I will admit that our time together was shorter than I wanted. But with all due respect, I thought you should have known. Because let me tell you, I still trust you as our friend. But if it comes down to it, I sure as hell hope that you protect Aoife with your life.
She is in my debt, as are you, as is Marcella, as is Nia. If it is within my power, you will all be protected.
I'm glad we could come to terms. On that, at least. And Diana just takes the bag off of her hip, opens it, and offers Frostbite the sugar stars.
He would take a pink one.
I want to be as we were before, if not better. I know there are things that you question about how I came into your and Aoife's life. And I promise I will eventually be able to tell you everything. But I can't yet. It's not time yet. Just know that if it comes down to it, and anyone in this party is in danger from what I've done, I will lay myself down before anybody else.
Ironic that it's Marge in the other room, laying down because of the actions she took tonight.
I have a feeling that would have happened even without my reaching out. They were there for a reason. They were there for the boy. I caused nothing that wouldn't have already happened.
Whew.
And so,
Wow.
Balcony door back. Escorts Marge, opens all the doors needed possible, and goes and platonically snuggles with Aoife. And doesn't get a whole lot of sleep that night.
indeed. So, the next morning comes. I only know for sure how one of you wakes up. That's Marcella.
Okay.
You have your time in the plains. The unfortunate thing about being on the next to the top floor of a fairly tall hotel is that your movement is somewhat restricted because gravity still works on the ethereal plane, and that would be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. It would have woken her up.
Yeah. So right as the sun starts to peek over the horizon, an old friend calls to you from home. Your personal sender with a message. There is no preamble.
Okay.
You are accustomed to this. Sendings are 25 words.
Okay.
And he's a professional. He's not going to waste any of them. From Colonel Biloxi, Doppelganger broke under interrogation, kept repeating bone and steel and burning sky. Next morning was hardened to metal. Do you want the body?
Why is it me immediately? I'm like, let me just sit on that. Just Siri, send a message.
You know from experience, you get 25 words back to him.
She doesn't need 25. Yes.
Where are you? Or should we keep it here at the house?
Keep it at the house. I'll come to you.
It will be done.
Expect others.
As you say, it will be done. And it will be good to see you again.
Missed you so. Which is funny because it would have startled her awake at first, so she would have been sitting there like, and then at that point probably would have sat up and just started to go about her day.
You know that he, under normal circumstances, would respond, but it's 3 sendings per hour for him. And so he's stuck waiting. But you're also used to signing off like that. So how does everyone else wake up?
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, good
My
morning, love.
goodness. We are in civilization. I'm going to go get some coffee.
Nia,
Yes.
do you think I could perhaps borrow you for the day?
It'll cost you.
Caramel macchiato, was it?
Yes.
Of course. I need assistance with, I believe, your expertise.
Which
My-
one, dear?
My blouse has seen better days.
I see. Yes, we should go on a shopping trip. Another one.
That was the plan. If you were up to it, of course.
Oh, of course. Always. Though we don't have Daddy's credit card anymore, so
No, we have mine.
I keep forgetting that you're a lady. This is going to be marvelous. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it's the first time in a long time I've been able to use it.
Well, you used it back when we were in, Doc Gibson Ferry.
Shashran.
Lasashran, thank you.
Well, okay. I meant recently. This has been the first time I've been able to use it in a long time.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get you something too.
Oh, you will. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Whatever you like.
You should be much more, you should set some boundaries when you say things like that.
Oh no, I said what I said. She walks out of the room.
Are we best friends now? Is that what you're trying to do?
Don't push it.
You walk into the hall, and Petrus is there.
Oh, goody. The
With
boyfriend's
coffee drinks
here.
floating all around him.
Nia definitely says, oh, goody, the boyfriend's here.
Good morning, dear.
You see the spell almost slip as the coffee starts to head to the ground. Like he catches it at the last
I
possible
was going to say,
second.
Marcella catches the two closest to her.
You can definitely smell hazelnut coming strong off of one of them.
I'm so glad you're alive.
Me too, I think.
Just breathe. It will be fine.
So you say. Anyway, take your pick. I just got a little of everything. The tea's for Aoife, but everything else.
There's a caramel macchiato in here, correct?
There is. 2 of them, actually. Those over there.
Anything with raspberry?
Yeah, that bag right there.
Ah, wonderful. She takes that one.
He's still ringed by various drinks and bags of pastries and
Marcella grabs a croissant on her way by.
Excuse me. We are going shopping. Don't worry, we're not using your father's credit.
at this moment that would be the least of my worries, Nia.
Oh, I know.
Dear, do you need anything?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
Nerves, maybe, because mine are shot.
Nia goes up to him and she says, "You're going to do fine. You've already survived death." And she gives him a bardic inspiration.
Oh. Do you know if she's awake yet?
Probably.
Don't know.
Maybe not. She seems like a morning person.
I guess
You
I'll
can
find
knock on
out.
the door and be polite. She will
Yeah.
answer or Diana.
You can't tell which is making him blanch, but one of them definitely is.
How about this, Petrus? And Marcella goes over and just raps lightly
Just
on the door.
approximately what time is it? I know it's morning, but like,
Whoever
what does that
knocks
mean?
on the door, and whatever time it is, Diana did not sleep much. Diana swings open the door.
Oh, I said she raps lightly. just lightly on the door.
You
This
just
would
get real grumpy paladin, real cranky.
Nia,
Yes.
could you take care of this?
Marshmallow, of course. Do you want to go back to sleep, dear, or do you need coffee? Petrus has brought libations for the morning.
And I believe that Nia can provide the sleep.
I can't.
See, Diana,
Normal, regular, magical sleep. For free.
you get no vocal response as of yet. You just see eyebrows kind of perk up, and just she moves out of the doorway. Just come
Here,
in.
dear, why don't you... That's Marcella goes and opens their door. Why don't you sleep in here?
I'm not
Nia,
gonna sleep.
Nia takes your arm and leads you into their room. Say, come, I will sing you a lullaby. You'll go right to sleep. It'll feel marvelous.
Let
No
a siren
offense.
sing you to sleep.
No offense, Nia, dear. After last night, I don't want you to sing to me. I will be fine. I will be okay. I am staying here.
You sure?
I am positive. She just takes a random coffee from Petrus. And actually goes out to the balcony and does morning prayer.
I solved the marshmallow puzzle.
Eva, dear, are you awake?
She sits up from the bed, blurry-eyed. Hair is doing a thing. Not quite as intense as it used to be, but it is definitely not as sleek and pretty as it was.
Nia just waves her hand a little bit. It doesn't like style or anything, but it gets the tangles out.
Aw.
You'll have to teach me that one. That's very handy.
You have
Is
a
there
visitor.
is there some peppermint in there?
There's a whole
course.
Petrus. Here you go.
You have a visitor, dear.
I'm so sorry.
the tea and a small bag of pastries just comes floating over to rest in front of you.
Thank you. Thank you. This is well. This is lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome, of course.
Well, we will just see ourselves out. We are heading to the shops.
Yes.
Oh,
Do you need anything?
no, I don't think so. But it's still early, I think. What time is it?
Morning.
You know, I'm not entirely sure, but if you need anything, just holler for us.
All right. Yeah. I can message you. Okay.
You definitely see Nia, like right before they leave, cast disguise self on her real quick. Her hair does not have the green ends on it. Her makeup is gone, and she looks normal, very, very like blend into the crowd.
The girl next door.
Yeah.
I may need you to teach me that trick. That could be useful.
It is very, very useful in my line of work.
I don't doubt it. Anyway, we will see you later.
Be safe.
Well, we'll try.
Petrus will stand for a moment. I'm kind of feeling getting flustered. Can I do anything else for you?
Well, don't just stand there. Sit, stay, have breakfast. You don't have to go anywhere.
We don't.
I don't know what is happening today.
He'll go take a seat. The other drinks will sort of arrange themselves on a table, and pastries start to unpack themselves. Do you happen to know where the...
No. I was asleep. Honestly, my head hit the pillow pretty much after everyone left. And like you can see like her eyes are like super puffy. Her face is real red. No, I imagine maybe Frostbite slept in with Nia and Marcella, but I'm not sure.
I promised him coffee, but I wasn't sure which one, so I just got a bunch of them.
Well, in
You're
that
welcome
case,
to more if you want.
I will twist the ring on my finger and send message, because if Frostbite is in the next room, he's definitely close enough to hear the message of, "Good morning. There is coffee for you." That's it.
I look forward to it.
He'll be here
Very good.
eventually, I'm sure.
How long does it take? Does he come right away, or?
He would probably finish what he was doing and then come.
And what was he doing?
What was he up to? Inquiring minds want to know.
So when he woke up, as habit, he would have made a good berry. And then started pulling off the damaged parts of Marge so he could take inventory.
Okay. There's a lot of damaged plating here. Most of the control systems are shot, but you already knew that. It looks like a few of them would probably come back online if you could get a working power supply. But that last move you pulled where you dumped all the power directly into the control systems, the thing that caused the big, bright, shooty light thing, basically fried your power supply. You're going to have to start there, which means finding an artificer.
So Frostbite would come out of Marge and walk to the door and go, "Fuck." Bro, open the door, poke his head out, walk out to Eva's door, knock.
Petrus takes the presumption of just doing this, and the door opens. And then he catches himself. Oh shit, I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not. No.
So yes, the door opens in front of you. Eva is still in bed, I presume? Sitting up?
Basically like sitting in bed with she's wearing her usual black dress. So she's completely clothed with the blankets just like piled up on her lap, holding a cup of peppermint tea and a croissant, and just like going back and forth between the two. Still half asleep.
At that time, Diana would come back in from the balcony and just nod to Petrus and look at Frostbite and just, "Good morning, small fry. How are you?"
Oh.
I'm perfectly well, Mouse.
Is that where we're at? Is that what's happening? What did I miss when I was asleep?
And he would shrink as he made his way towards coffee on the table.
You know, that'd be a lot easier to drink if you stayed the other way.
Probably.
I can get around faster this way.
It's more like a jacuzzi now, like a hot tub. That's rude. I probably, and she just takes a big long sip of the tea.
I reserved one of those too, but probably thought it was a bad idea after last night.
We could have been in a hot tub.
You're not there.
I'm not here.
Diana will
we're-
look at Petrus and be like, you mean after everything we endured at that ball,
He just dangles a key in front of you.
I snatch it.
Four
wait.
doors down.
Wait, wait.
Wait, I'm not
Diana,
going anywhere.
Don't go anywhere yet. Is this like an indoor hot spring, or is it actually just like a hot tub? I'm just curious.
One half is a sauna, the other half's a hot tub.
Have fun.
No one wants to join for morning coffee and
I don't like hot.
He says as he sips his coffee. Okay.
I can enjoy hot food and beverage. I can choose not to enjoy being immersed in hot water.
Fair enough.
knowing the things I know, that's valid. And I just, all right, and look at Aoife and just, are you okay? You're good?
Mhm.
You know how to find me? You know how to get to me?
Okay, 4 doors down. Also, you are not exceeding my range of messaging. I can get you if I need you.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I will see you lovely folks later.
Be safe.
Don't get wrinkles.
Why would you say that?
And from across town, you hear Marcella, it's too late.
Well, that's what happens when you sit in water too long. You get all pruny and wrinkly.
You prudent paladin.
Goodness.
It's almost as if you see a light bulb go off in Petrus's head. And he looks down at Frostbite. I took so many drinks for your lion ass.
But you didn't fill a one, friend.
Fair point. He has. And Aoife just goes back to drinking.
So let's make with the shopping montage, shall we?
Woo!
Did you leave with Frostbite hugging a coffee mug going,
That's right. Just face down in it. Luckily, there were a few really short ones.
for sure.
No, the small ones are espresso.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
A fairy on espresso. Thank you.
All right. So what are you shopping for?
Blouse.
New blouse for Marcella.
Easy to come by.
And Nia's getting a pretty new dress. And she's talking to Marcella. How are you? Last night you were in a state.
I'll be frank, I'm still kind of in that state. Didn't really sleep much last night.
Well, I can help with that. But I also wanted to apologize for casting magics on you without your permission, especially while you were.
Pretty sure it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't okay with it. And I'm positive that could have... That state, as you put it, could have been worlds worse had you not.
Well, still.
What I'm saying is you don't have to apologize. I'm trying to say thank you.
You're welcome. I just feel like I have to apologize because of so some things happened last night at the party. A lot of things happened at the party last night. A thing specific to me happened last night at the party. I met someone.
Shaka.
Right? I just draw them in like moths.
I mean, look at you.
This person apparently knew me, and he called me by a different name. And when I saw this person, and Diana can attest to this, I was furious for no reason. I didn't know him, and yet a part of me wanted to end his life. So, I asked to see him last night to figure out why he knew me, why I did not know him. Come to find out, I had a lover, and I was the other woman in his marriage. So that wasn't a good feeling.
No. Gods, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine now. Just, it answers a few questions. Though, remember when you saw that man in Gibson Ferry that had the bandages over his eyes?
Mm-hmm. I do.
This gentleman now has that same fate. So, it's not a... I don't want you to think that I just do it to any random person that it particularly willy-nilly. That's silly and dangerous. I get like a calling in my head. And when that happens, I have to go deal with it. And the only way to deal with it is to find a paramour of the night. Or at least that's the easiest. And take something from them. Sometimes they live, sometimes they don't. And I have to do that. And Nia, like, she realizes she's been talking out loud, and they've been like in a quiet area. Otherwise, she wouldn't have just started talking about this. She looks around, and then she looks back at Marcella. Do you know what a siren is?
I'm pretty sure she would know what a siren is, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That's what I am. At least, that's what I've known for the last 5 years or so. So,
Well,
it's
Nia.
enough to know.
Nia.
Marcella,
I'm pretty sure nothing you could tell me at this point would startle me.
but now you're on the same page.
Well, let me finish. And she's just like, if Nia's kind of looking around at this point, like, you know, that kind of uncomfortable conversation thing you do. She grabs your face and turns it towards her and just goes, I need you to look at me for a moment. And she flashes the eyes like she did with the changeling.
Ah.
Surprise.
So many surprises. One night at a party, and now we're all just... I like you better this way.
What, the husk carrying a ghost, or?
No. Lady Marcella Alexandria Maladandri.
You're not allowed to ma'am me like that. You're not my mother. And she just takes off down the street.
No, but you're mine, and I still want a fish treat.
And this happens out loud. She's just walking and she just God, it's like you don't know where they are already.
It's more fun if you give it to me.
And you insist you're not a cat. She takes a fish treat out and hands it to Bix.
He'll bubble and
I love it.
Oh, by the way, not a cat. Malk.
Oh.
Intelligent Fae.
Oh, hello. I don't, unfortunately, speak the language of the Fae.
That's okay. Would you like to do the thing, please?
hello there, nice siren lady.
Hello there, Bixley. It's a pleasure to finally hear your voice in my head and not out loud, because that was terrifying last time.
Sorry, I was just trying to prove a point.
Oh, the amount of times I've done things just to prove a point. And she'll give Bix a scritch behind the ears.
Oh, I do like you.
I like you because you're not strictly an animal. Though you're intelligent. I don't like animals and children. You can't reason with them.
No, you can't eat them, though.
I
The
have a strict
animals.
rule against it. Well, not the animals, but no children. Mostly men. I haven't really a need for them.
You know, if you have any scraps left, I'll gladly take them.
No, I usually take the one thing and then leave the rest behind.
Waste of perfectly good food, but you have your reasons.
It's not necessarily food as it is life force. You really don't want to know what I look like if I let the song sing too long. And I don't get that.
I imagine you look quite like my friend Jenny back home.
Probably. Long nails, webbed hands, scales,
That's
ghastly
the one.
face.
You've met her.
Probably a sister of mine.
Indeed, you're in good company.
Though, she turns to Marcella. Finding out that I was a paramour, that's fine, whatever. Don't care. Many, many people have said that to me before. What he said that was strange was that when he met me, I came from across the sea. So, wherever I'm originally from, or at least the last place before I couldn't remember anything, was across the sea. So that might be where I go next.
Well, I may have some information to share with you all that may keep you from across the sea a little longer, if you can stand us that long.
I like all of you except for the small one. He reminds me too much of me, and there can only be one me.
Oh, there is only one you.
I know. I'm
He's just-
unforgettable.
He just likes to cause trouble.
But that's my thing.
No, you cause drama. They're different.
It's true.
Besides, you're much sassier. Just don't tell him I said that.
Oh, I might. I won't say it's you. I will gloat about it, though.
And so, let us join the Pruny Pally in the hot tub.
Pruny Pally is the name of my next inn and spa in one of my games.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I am here for that. Okay, so Diana, you settled in. The water is just a little too hot. It takes your body a second to acclimate as you ease in. The room around their huge, warm terry cloth robes, big and puffy, You can see where the towels are stacked in the corner. It's cold in the room, though. The way it's laid out, you get to the hot tub first, and there's a little door that you would presume leads to the sauna. But the cold air is leaking in from the hall and making a roiling mist from steam coming off the water as it cools and trickles down the stairs. You feel right at home. You lean your head back, close your eyes. Most relaxed you've been in who knows when. And then you hear a voice in your ear. Well, that was a neat trick, child. I don't know why on earth you felt the need to tempt literal fate like that. But you are definitely coming into your powers. And you open your eyes, and in the water right next to you is your goddess.
Lyra.
Yes.
Firstly, I do apologize for not having my veil, if you would understand. This is not our usual temple of prayer.
Wherever the mists are, I am, child. You know this.
I do. And as of tempting fate, I don't think I was the one who was tempting it.
No, you all were, in your own way, though many of you didn't, I don't think, know it. Still, would have been a shame to have lost you that early. I'm glad you made it out.
Same. I know you have plans for me, and I am prepared to do whatever you ask. I took the oath for a reason.
Yes, well, I do have plans. Lots of them.
And I have questions.
Do you now?
Who is making the iron? Fey, Druids, Eladrin? Who's creating them?
Making them. That's such a funny question.
They're not born that way.
No, but they make themselves. They have for thousands of years.
Why are
Because
they doing that to themselves?
Because they want to survive, child. These things are not... how do I say this? They don't have their own bodies, and so they have to borrow them until they can learn to make their own again.
So the bodies that they're in are hosts?
No.
No.
The bodies they are in are now themselves. They don't... Your friend, the one with the ghost, she is properly a host. The others are transformed. They are something new. A blending. They hope to become a proper court, like the summer, or the winter, or the spring, or the fall. They would be a court of iron.
Are they the ones who want to watch the world burn?
Want to watch it? No, of course not. But they will burn it again to get their way.
What do I need to do to stop them?
I do like the eager ones.
Well, I wish it were so simple as cutting off the head of the snake. But we tried that last time. And that's how we ended up with Carmille. So, I think we shall set before you a problem. Find out what you can of the late Second Age. Find out what you can of why this planet has rings. Find out what you can of the thing in your friend's head. And win the favor of the Lunomic. This will give you part of what you need. Find me when it is done, or perhaps I'll find you. And we can see.
Sorry, Justin.
No.
Where do I find the Lunomic?
In his temple, of course.
Which one?
Yes.
Great.
And Diana?
Lyra?
Don't get caught.
I will do what I can. I will get you your answers.
Oh, the answers aren't for me. They're for you.
I do have one favor to ask.
Favor? Child, I have already given you power. What could you want?
Protection for one.
I have already protected you. You are the protector.
The person I need you to protect is out of my reach as of now. I need you to protect them from being seen as they truly are by those who wish harm.
Who?
I think you know who.
The boy again?
You keep saying boy, but I think you forget how old he actually is.
Or you forget how old I am, child.
That is all I ask. And in return, you have my body, soul, and my sword.
Yes, but you see, I gave you the power so that you can protect him. He would have to come to me willingly, the same as you did. And I warn you, child, that boy may be the death of you. And she fades into the mist. That's where we'll end. My players, thank you all so very much. Chat, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. We love you all. Yeah, I am Justin McGregor, your DM and host. Going around the table, we have.
I'm Liz. I have been your Elven Warlock, Aoife, for the evening.
And I'm Abe, and I've been Frostbite.
I am Kayla. I have been Diana, your half-elf paladin.
I'm Megan. I have been our severely traumatized Pact of the Apparition Warlock, Marcella.
Hi, it's Nikki, and I've been Nia, your very confused but very flirty Siren Bard.
Yeah, you have.
Again, I thank you all, my players. I love you. Chat, thank you. And we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you,
Big
Justin.
thank you to
Thank you,
Tyler.
Indeed.
Thank you, Chris, for all the music. I think that's it.